Hi everyone, in this video we will create a modern sushi website with both dark and light themes featuring a sleek header, a hero section and a smooth hover effect. Now open CMD, go to the desktop folder. Now to create a React project, we write npx create React app, sushi restaurant. Now to open this project in VS Code, go to this project and write code dot. Now in this project, go to the source folder and create folder with the name of components and hooks. Now extract these images to the project. Here inside source. Now in the components create header.js file and home.js file. Now inside hook folder create file name, use scroll animation.js. Now open terminal and write npm start. In the browser you can see this project is running. Now go to app.js file, select all. Now first we import app.css. After that we create a function with the name app and inside this we use return statement. In this we create a container with div. Now we export this function. Now in this header.js file, first we import React, in which we use useState and useEffect. Now we import logo from images folder. Now import leaf from images folder. Now we use constant header with arrow function, in which we create constant dark theme. Set dark theme, use state. Now we create another constant with active link, set active link and set use state to home. Now create another constant to change the theme of the website. In which we create another constant, new dark theme. Now set dark theme. If condition in which document.body.classList.add dark theme. Now use else document.body.classList.remove dark theme. Now create another constant for nav items. Give it ID home, label home. Now copy paste. Give it about us. Give it label popular. Now use return statement, in which we use header, give it class name, ID header. Now use nav tag, give it class name, nav container. After this we use a tag, give it class name, nav logo. Now use image tag, give it source. Now export this function and import in app.js file. Here in the div we use this header. Now in the browser you can see this logo and text. Now use this div with the class name nav menu, in which we use UL class name navlist, nav items.map, item with arrow function, use list li key item.id, class name nav item, use anchor tag, give it reference nav link, active link, item.id. Now after the UL tag, use image tag, give it source and class name nav image. Now copy paste. Now at the top import this image. Now after this div we create another div with the class name nav buttons. With tag button, give it class name, change theme, id theme buttons. On click we call it toggle theme. Now we use I tag with the class name dark theme. Now go to home.js file. First we import these images. Now we use constant. Inside this we use this return statement and use this section tag with the class name home and id home. Now we will export this function and use an app.js file. Now import this function and use this under the header tag. Now in this section tag we create another container with the class name home container. Grid. Now inside this we use image tag, give it source. Now inside this we create another container with the class name home data. Now we use h1 tag with the class name home title. In this we will write this text. After that, we create another container. Inside this we use image tag, give it source. Now write this text. Now after this h1 tag we use p tag with the class name home description. Now after this p tag we use this anchor tag with the class name button. Inside this we use I tag with the class name. Now in this we use this image tag, give it source. Now go to this app.css file, select all and delete. First we create variables for color. For that we use root and add our first color. Then first color alternative. Then title color. Then text color. Then body color. Then title font. Then this h3 font size, normal font size, font medium. Now go to header.js file. Now copy this dark theme and use in CSS file with dot, in which we set first color. Now we use static, box sizing border box, padding 0, margin 0. Now we use this body, font family Poppins. Now we set font size, normal font size. Background color, body color, color text color, transition background. Now we style this h1, h2 and h3 tag with the color title. Font weight, font medium. Now we style this UL, list style none. Anchor tag, text decoration none. Color inherit. Image maximum width 100%. Height auto. Dot container maximum width. Margin inline auto. Dot grid. Display grid. gap 1.5 rem. Now dot main overflow hidden. Now copy this header and use in CSS file with dot, in which set position fixed, width 100%, background color, body color, top 0, left 0, z index 100. Now copy this nav and use in CSS file with dot, in which set height 5 rem, display flex, justify content space between, align item center. Now copy this nav logo and use in CSS file with dot, display flex, align item center, gap 0.5 rem, font weight 600, font size H3 font size, color title color, transition color 0.3 transition color. Now to set this image we use .nav logo image with 26 pixel, nav logo hover effect, color first color. Now copy this nav menu and use in CSS file with dot. In this we set margin left 23 rem. Now copy this nav list and use in CSS file with dot. Display flex, gap 3 rem. Now copy this nav link and use in CSS file with dot. Color title color, font weight font medium, transition color. Now to add hover effect we use hover. Give it color first color. Now copy this nav image 1, position absolute, opacity 2, pointer events none. Now to style this first image, width 100 pixel, top 0.75 rem, left -2 rem, transform rotate 165. Now copy this second image, width 50 pixel, right -1 rem, bottom 0, transform rotate -30 degree. Now copy these nav buttons and use in CSS file with dot, display flex, align item center, gap 1 rem. Now copy this change theme, font size 1.2 rem, color, cursor pointer, background none, border none, transition color. Now copy this home and use in CSS file with dot, position relative, overflow hidden, padding block 4 rem, 1 rem. Now copy home container and use in CSS file with dot, position relative, display grid template column, gap 1.5 rem, Now copy this home image and use in CSS file with 600 pixel, position absolute, top 5 rem, right -2 rem. Now copy this home data and use in CSS file with dot, order -1. Now copy this home title and use in CSS file, font family, font size 4 rem, margin bottom 1 rem. Now copy this image and use in CSS file with dot with 60 pixel. Now style this home title div, align item center, display flex, gap 1 rem. Now copy this home description and use in CSS file with dot, padding right 10 rem, margin bottom 2.5 rem. Now copy this home leaf, position absolute, opacity 0.2, pointer events none. Dot home leaf 1 with 150 pixel, top 5 rem, left -1 rem, transform rotate 90 degree. Now use second leaf with 180 pixel, right -4 rem, bottom 1 rem. Transform rotate -15 degree. Now copy this button and use in CSS file, display inline flex, align item center, gap -5 rem, background color, padding 1 rem, 1.5 rem, border radius 4 rem, color, font weight, font medium, transition background, border none, cursor pointer, font family inherit, button I, font size, transition. Now add our effect over this button, background color, now to add on scroll animation, go to use scroll animation.js file, import use effect. Now import scroll reveal, now create constant with use scroll animation with arrow function. Use effect with arrow function. Inside this create constant, set origin, distance, duration, delay, reset. Now add reveal. Now add origin. Delay 800. Now export this function. Now import this function in home.js file. In the terminal, install this dependency. Scroll view. Now to add icons in the header section, go to this public folder. Open this index.html file. We will add a link. Now in the browser you can see this icon. Now we change this dark theme. Now in the browser you can see our sushi restaurant website is completed.